Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Justice for All with Chaos Counseling -1. Because Candle's not here. But continue.
Ms. Andrews,
What?
I'm convinced that, as you said, you made a mistake at the scene of the crime. What I really want to know is what this mistake was.
Thank you. Actually, so would I.
I'm sorry, it's kind of embarrassing. When I set the glass down on the dresser, I accidentally knocked the flower vase over.
She's so cute.
Yeah.
Flower vase? Are you talking about the one on the floor in the crime photo? This mess of glass shards?
It was originally on top of the dresser, but when I bumped into it with my elbow, it fell onto the guitar case.
Why did you withhold such an important piece of information?
I'm sorry. I thought that since the crime scene was already in disarray, that people would simply assume the vase was just another part of the mess.
It looks like yet another fact has come to light here. Please add this and anything else you have to reveal to your testimony.
I'm sorry, but I have nothing more to add. I didn't touch anything else. I was the one who knocked the flower vase over where it fell onto the guitar case.
You testify that you knocked the flower vase over. Is that correct?
Yes?
And are you sure it fell onto the guitar case?
Is there some problem with what I said?
It's not some problem, it's a major problem. It's true that the top of the guitar case was wet with water. However, that's exactly what is so strange. Ms. Andrews, you testify that the vase fell onto the guitar case. However, if that was true, the case should have gotten wet on the inside, not the outside.
That's very true.
Furthermore, there is one other strange thing about this guitar case.
And what is that?
Let's take another look at the crime scene photo. The remains of the vase are scattered on the floor.
What's wrong with that?
If the guitar case was open when the vase fell, the glass shard should be inside, not outside the case.
What is your point, Wright? That the case was closed at the time the vase was knocked over? Is that all?
No, think back to what Miss Andrews testified to. She said that other than the vase, she didn't touch anything else.
Yes, that's right. She did implicitly say she didn't touch the guitar case.
But this whole matter with the guitar case is a dead end. The bright red guitar was found at the studio. It has no bearing on this case at all.
It may very well be, however, the guitar case does seem to have no relation to this case.
Oh. There's no deeper meaning to the guitar case. Well, Mr. Wright, do you think we need to hear more details about the guitar case?
Yes! The empty guitar case. I believe this is a crucial piece of the puzzle.
I can't believe anyone would reach for straws like this, but it is you.
Can't believe I'm doing this either.
Alright, I'll follow along. For now. Andrews, please testify to the court about the guitar case.
Yes, Your Honor.
The guitar case.
I don't remember too clearly because I was a bit dazed. I suppose I must have opened the guitar case after I knocked the vase over. It's not a big deal though, right? The case was empty after all. As for why I opened the case, even I don't know.
Looks like this really wasn't a very important point.
This wastefulness is such a familiar feeling by now, it's almost comforting.
Anyway, I'll just go ahead and start the cross-examination.
You do that.
Using anyway to change the topic. A convenient escape for a weak man. Didn't he use it earlier?
Yes.
Nice.
Okay. There's no way you were the one who opened the guitar case.
Why would you say that?
It's elementary, my dear. Because the only fingerprints on this guitar case are those of the victim.
Leg. Leg.
Meg!
You shouldn't assume that I must have left prints just because I touched the case.
So you're a robot.
What do you mean?
What if I were to tell you that I was wearing gloves at the time? Well,
Gloves! Why would you be wearing gloves at the time?
it was the night of the award ceremony, so I of course dressed up for the occasion. Yes, now I remember. I'm almost sure I was wearing a pair of thin gloves.
I see. Well, Mr. Wright, it seems the witness was wearing gloves at the scene of the crime. Bull.
You were wearing gloves? Isn't that a little strange?
Why is that strange? Do you have something that would prove I was not wearing gloves at the time?
I have your proof right here. This wine glass.
You know, if even I can see through your contradictions, you're not lying very well.
The wine glass?
You left your fingerprints very clearly on this wine glass. Even if you took your gloves off when you poured yourself this glass of juice, wouldn't you think it was just a little strange that you put your gloves back on just to open the guitar case?
I have several spares.
Order! Order! Order!
Looks like you hit the nail on the head this time.
What do you mean?
I believe that guitar case played a very important role here.
That is just an empty case.
I wonder if it really was empty, though.
The guitar. The Brainwave guitar was at the studio.
Phoenix, drop all your pre-assumptions. What was in the guitar case? What was in the guitar case was not the bright red guitar.
You don't mean it was a bright white guitar? Wait, that's not right either.
Nope. What if it was blue?
It changes the entire case.
Oh my gosh!
I admit it would be unnatural for someone to do that. So the witness was not wearing gloves, despite the fact that on the case...
Your Honor, this is obviously the defense's usual misdirection tactics at work.
You mean the usual tactics that work?
Steer the court towards an unrelated topic and lull us all into his misguided...
No, Your Honor. Please recall that Miss Andrews had testified that the vase fell onto the guitar case, which means that the case was closed when the crime took place. However, it is wide open in this photo of the crime scene. I'm sure this guitar case has some relation to the murder.
Edgeworth don't care.
He really doesn't. He's been yawning this entire time.
Oh, this is way too easy, right?
E.G.?
Right? Easy.
Oh, okay. It sounded like
My
you said
teeth got
Ouija.
caught on my teeth.
Oh, okay.
Easy.
If you are so sure, right? Then I'm sure you can somehow substantiate your outrageous claim, correct?
Substantiate? Hell no!
I'm just making this up as I go.
Please enlighten us as to why this guitar case. I almost said cartoon case. What?
I
This
mean,
guitar case
yes?
has anything at all to do with this murder.
Do with this murder?
It's not what I said, and you know it.
Can you do that, Mr. Wright?
Well, let's suppose for a second. The bright red guitar was not the only thing that could have been in the case.
The bright red guitar not being the only thing? You don't mean to suggest...
Mind blown.
Black guitar.
Oh my gosh, Judge.
So you intend to push your theory that the case was not empty? Is that it, right?
It was a bright pink one
Oh my god.
with a cravat on it.
I wouldn't say something I didn't intend to prove.
Deflate that head of yours. You haven't proven anything yet.
But you haven't proven that I haven't proven anything.
What, murder. That's the only word I can read right there. Murder.
Wait, what?
This is a photograph.
Yes, but what is important is what is in that picture, Your Honor.
In this picture...
It doesn't take a genius to see what I mean. What I'm proposing is...
No, I don't follow.
Inside the guitar case was a nickel samurai, the hero's very own costume.
What?
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 What? What? What?
What?
Pop my neck and it hurt.
Oh.
No, seriously, explain yourself. I've played this game and I'm actually confused.
He still doesn't care.
Right. Are you saying that the witness opened the guitar case to take out a costume? What insane point would there be to doing... What insane point would there be to doing something like that?
That insane point would be to wear the costume, of course. Miss Andrews put it on to hide her identity so she could make her escape. After all, you couldn't let anyone see you leave, could you, Miss Andrews?
I refuse to accept your theory.
No, I'm
with
just
my own.
done.
Yeah. Do you have anything to support such a preposterous idea?
Oh, Nick's bored too.
Just outside the door was an investigative photographer who was starving for a big scoop. And in the end, she managed to get this shot, correct?
You mean this photo? Order! Stupid birds. Looks like we've wandered into quite another mess again, haven't we?
Haven't made that joke in a while.
I know.
Yeah.
It's because I've been yelled at a lot.
Nice job, Phoenix.
I'll lay down my tragedy.
It's tragedy?
Yes.
What a tragedy.
You are my remedy.
Speak first, think
Oh, no.
later.
So the real murderer is hiding inside a costume.
Wait 1 second, Your Honor. The Nickel Samurai's costume would have been at Mr. Matt Ungard's. Why would something of the defendant's be in the victim's room? And inside the guitar case of all places.
It is a little baffling. Mr. Wright, the court would like to hear your thoughts. What is Nickel Samurai's costume doing inside the guitar case?
Mr. Ungard did not take his costume off during the break period. In that case, the costume we are talking about was a spare one.
What?
Then you're saying that on the night of the murder, there were 2 Nickel Samurai costumes at the Gatewater Hotel?
I never.
Yes, that is what I am saying.
And how do you explain the costume that was inside the guitar case?
Sorry.
I think I'm the only one yawn free right now.
It would mean that the victim himself had planned to bring this spare to the ceremony.
why. The victim, Mr. Korita, was the Jabba Ninja. Why would he secretly bring the Nickel Samurai's spare costume with him? What could be the reason behind such a peculiar act?
So that's what he intended.
What are you mumbling to yourself about now?
Stop it!
Share with the class? Have you just been rambling all this time without any sense of inner monologue?
Huh? No, I just...
Mr. Wright, please explain yourself. Why do you think the victim had the Nickel Samurai's spare costume?
Phoenix, are you sure you can explain this one? Think carefully before you answer, and then answer with gusto. I believe in you.
Yeah.
Objection.
Alright, this is what I think. The reason the victim brought the Nickel Samurai spare costume to the hotel was...
What is this?
On the night of the murder, after the stage show, the Nickel Samurai was going to hold a special press conference.
A press conference?
Yes, the Nickel Samurai was supposed to confess something at this conference.
I heard about this as well. For once, you're not making something up right.
Good job.
But what struck me as strange was that Mr. On Guard himself said he had no idea he was supposed to be holding a press conference that night.
How can that be?
The way I see it, that can only mean one thing. The conference was a setup by none other than the victim, Mr. Juan Corrida himself.
The victim?
Yes. The spare Nickel Samurai costume was prepared for that very conference. Mr. Corrida was going to hold the press conference as the Nickel Samurai.
Yes. Lagasp.
He's going to dress up as the Nickel Samurai and hold a conference. Why would the victim do such a thing?
That's something I don't quite know yet. However, what I'm concerned with right now is what he intended to reveal at that conference.
The Nickel Samurai was going to confess something. And by confess, I wager, he was going to reveal something about himself.
Which means that Juan Corrida, posing as the Nickel Samurai, was going to speak about Matt Ungard.
Yes.
Yes, I guess that would be... Yes, that is what it would mean.
But if that's the case, that's not a confession, that's public disclosure.
Yes. Holy shit.
Miss Andrews?
I can see why you are pros at what you do.
Pardon me?
Yes, just as you say, the press conference was set up by Juan. There you go. Yep.
Miss Andrews, please offer us an explanation for this.
I was the one he asked to help it set it up. And the person who prepared the second costume for him. That was also me.
You?
Juan had bet everything on the Gem Ninja this year. And if he lost the Grand Prix, he was going to make sure Matt was going down with him. That's what he thought anyway.
He was going to ruin him. Huh?
It looked like somehow Juan had in his hands a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed.
What?
And do you know what the secret of Mr. On Guard is, Miss Andrews?
That's something only Juan knew. I don't know what it is. I just said fuck it, really.
Ah, I see.
I've probably been coming off quite suspicious to everyone.
No freaking way.
But that's to be expected. I've been trying to protect Matt, after all.
Protect Mr. On Guard.
And yet,
Oh, you all right, Your Honor? Do you need a glass of juice?
Tap, tap, tap.
Tip tap.
I fired you several cases.
I thought I could come back and try again.
And yet, again, another strange bit of truth comes to light.
Tip tap.
Out.
Oh,
Come on.
that was me, Your Honor. I'm sorry. I'm leaving. Tip tap, tip tap.
Ms. Andrews, if you could please tell us the truth about your behavior.
And we will talk about that next time.
Next time.
Tip tap, tip tap.